But talking about taking L's, they canceled, or I don't know if they canceled it, but Mike Tyson, Jake Paul is no longer happening.
Yeah, I did see that because Mike Tyson had an
Ulcer.
incident.
His ulcer was
flaring up, and they had a video that had gone viral where he was in a wheelchair, I think when he was returning from the airport, and looked crazy. And I, for one, I've said this before regarding Jake Paul, I hate the fact that he keeps fighting these elderly individuals. I don't know what it is.
You're fighting a guy with ulcers.
Why?
I understand it's Mike Tyson.
Nah, it's not Mike Tyson no more.
Let's kind of flip it.
It's not Mike Tyson no more. It's Michael Tyson or whatever his.
So LeBron's 60 years old. I get a chance to play him one-on-one in basketball.
Why use LeBron? Use Jordan. He's 60.
Oh, yeah, Jordan.
Yeah,
Michael Jordan will still whoop my ass in basketball. It doesn't matter. He's 60 years old.
You would think well, it's a little bit different because you're not a basketball player. Jake wants to be, like, you don't go, you can't be, you're not somebody who says, hey, I can be in the NBA.
So it would be the equivalent of like
Jake believes he can be a world champion boxer.
It would be the equivalent of like a college, like a D1 college athlete.
Or somebody who's playing
like LeBron's son,
like pro overseas.
LeBron's son
Right. Because he fits into the criteria.
And he's 60 years old. Okay, fair.
Right.
Valid.
Right, because if you're in the prime of your life and this is what you do and you claim you do, why do you keep fighting these other people?
So who do you got? If MJ were to play LeBron's son, Bronny, and he's 60 years old right now, they would play a one-on-one game to like 21. Who you got?
I would have to. I'd go Bronny. I would have to say Bronny would win
MJ.
because the reason why I say he would get it over MJ is MJ at 60 is not the same MJ when he was 35, winning the championships. Because people will bring up when MJ was in Washington, he still was good. He averaged 20. Had he never gotten hurt, he probably would have taken Washington to the playoffs because I think they were the number 4 or 5 seed. Because I vividly remember in 2002. But overall, the reason why I'd go Bronny is Bronny's in his prime, although he did have the heart condition and everything of that nature. But there's almost no reason why MJ should be able to keep up with him. Even if you play the half-court game, the longer the game goes, MJ is 60. You may be the greatest of all time. You're no longer the greatest of all time right now at your age. That's not the case. It's like if Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is pushing 80.
Yeah.
You put him on the court, it's like, oh, man, that's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. But we're thinking back when he was in his heyday. He's not that anymore. So that's why, despite how much vicious, videos they put out of Mike Tyson training, it doesn't move anything for me. Facts. Like when he fought against Roy Jones Jr., he was throwing some bombs. Roy Jones didn't go down, and Roy Jones didn't scrub either. But
I think that fight they had like a no knockout.
Yeah, they had no. I think they were both kind of trying to go for it, but it was an exhibition, so they ultimately would have never been a winner.
Right.
But I think they were actively trying to see if they could knock each other out. Because if there was almost a no knockout, I don't think Roy Jones would have been doing his natural style. But that's how he fights, so it varies.
Fair.
It varies.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's like, I wanted to see it. Because I wanted to see Mike Tyson do Mike Tyson things. But you're right. It is not really like a actual thing.
Because it's like when because Jake fought against Anderson Silva as well. And before Silva broke his leg.
But to be fair, like Anderson Silva he's still relatively young. He's like 44,
No.
45.
He might be in his later 40s now. I'm
pretty sure Anderson Silva's like 45 years old.
Yeah, but Tyson's got well over 10 years over him anyway. But with Silva, he's far out of his prime at this. Like he's fresh out the laundromat. That brother's washed. So he's not in a situation where. Oh, he's 49. So he's pushing. I think Tyson's 58 or 59. So they're around. They're still He's pushing towards senior citizen. Yeah, he's 57. Well, there it is. Yeah, so one's a senior citizen, one's on his way. But
doesn't make sense.
With Jake, my biggest problem is like, you have an equivalent that is around your age who you can just go and box.
Nah, but the thing is, it's the money thing.
That's a problem.
Why? Like, who am I going to box that's my equivalent, that's my age?
Who can pull? Because Jake is because he already fought him and he lost. Yeah, but Tommy Fury wouldn't give that rematch either.
Tommy Fury doesn't want.
He doesn't want a rematch because you knew that was going to happen.
I thought Jake got robbed with that fight because he dropped him. Tommy didn't drop. Jake dropped Tommy, and it was like arguable that like, hey, but politics went into play. It's just one of those things.
Yeah, but it would go into how how much does the knockdown influence the entirety of the fight?
From a point scoring system, it's like it's an automatic 10-8 round.
Yeah, it should be a 10-8 round, right? At least a 10-8 round,
and it was
right?
8 rounds, so he already won 25% of the fight technically, right there. And then all the other ones were really like split down the middle. So it was like
it was a 5-round fight, right?
No, it was an 8-round fight.
It was an 8-round
split decision. So like one judge had it going towards Jake. So it was
because really, at that time when he got the knockdown, it was at like round 6.
Yeah.
Round 6, I think they were relatively close.
That's
but Tommy kind of was. It depends on how you had it judged up until that point. But yeah, I'm right there with you. But I did believe that Tommy should have got it on the split decision. But I would have understood if they had given it to Jake. But I was like, hey, I think Tommy got on the split. So it was 50-50. But I knew whoever won the fight, there would be no rematch because there's too much like talking shit going into it.
He wants a big fight. He wants to make big fights.
Right.
He has no one to fight.
Yeah, because and it's the same thing that happened with Logan, because Logan at least doesn't try to parade himself as if he's a legitimate boxer, because when he went against Floyd kept him in the fight.
Yeah. I don't think Floyd kept him in the fight. I think Logan just kept hugging.
No, he did, but in the fourth round, there was a moment where he should have went to sleep.
Logan came into that fight saying, I'm not going to get knocked out.
Yeah.
That's what he came into that fight for. So he wasn't coming in to win. He wasn't coming in to knock Floyd out. He was coming in to, like, not get knocked out. And when you fight like that, like, it's very easy to survive. Like, if I were to fight Floyd Mayweather, I'm pretty sure I could make it fucking 8 rounds.
Well, it depends, because it's easy to survive in that fight if Floyd doesn't want to knock you out.
Well, no, because if you watch the fight, Logan's just hugging him the entire time.
No, yeah, but in the 4th round, there was a moment near the ropes where it was like towards the top, the far end part of the screen, where Logan got hit and he stumbled back. And Floyd had an opening. I'm not a boxer, but there was a huge opening that was there. And it was similar to what almost, not necessarily to the same degree as Tyron Woodley versus Jake Paul, but there was an opening that if Floyd was actually boxing, boxing, he takes him out.
I think Floyd was playing with his food.
Yo, absolutely, the entire time.
Because he did the same thing to Deji. He boxed Deji. He was playing with his food. And then eventually he's like, all right, I'm going to finish him. But he was playing with his food too long, and then Logan kind of got savvy to it. He's like, I'm just going to fucking hug this guy. And he just kept hugging him. He's a way bigger guy.
Yeah, because he had the time. Because in my opinion, if Floyd really wanted to knock him out, he could have knocked him out. But I think he just kind of just waited. But down towards the tail end, like if you watch the final 3 rounds, I'm right there with you. Because I think 5th round was the last round that Floyd, if he really was to go after, he could have knocked out Logan. The last 3 rounds, Logan was just hugging like a muff. Like, there was almost no openings that was there.
I think if I had to box Floyd, and my job wasn't to box, like not to fight. My job was just to survive. I would literally, and I could hug him. Floyd's not a big dude. I could just hug him. I think I could survive a really long time.
You think so?
Every time he gets close to me, I'm just gonna run in and hug him.
You don't think he'll be able to identify where the opening would be after a set period of time? Because remember, the difference would be, and this is why I think it's more contingent on us looking at it from Floyd's perspective than Logan's, because I think if Floyd really wanted to and say, yo, I'm going to knock this guy out, the openings would have been there. Because there's only so many times you can go in for the hug and not leave yourself vulnerable.
But I think the openings come from, I would approach it more from an MMA perspective and less like a boxing
But then you're in a boxing ring.
I think the openings come from other people trying to fight. Like if I was trying to fight him, he's going to see every single hole, and every time I try to throw a punch, he knocks me out clean.
Right.
But if I'm just like this, and I'm running and I'm hugging him, every single time, like I feel like I could survive. Like
he would change the approach, because because if you're like here, you're clenching or whatever, you could probably leave yourself open to a vulnerable body shot, so he could just super load those up.
Yeah, I'm curious how that would work.
It all depends on, because if his mentality is I'm knocking you out and your mentality is I'm gonna survive. If you're no longer going on the offensive, the moment that he identifies, oh, you're not even trying to box me anymore. Cool. It's on site.
True things.
You're gonna leave yourself open.
Valid.
That's where you can get fucked.